one is the target, the length of this range that we were in. We broke out, and that gets us down to about the 39,000. We also have a target at that 37.6, and that was the target of this triangle right here that we broke from. So if we do break through that 42.5, we may see a quick wick down to one of these targets. If not, if we get a nice bounce here, I do expect us to maybe come back up, retest that 45.5 range before continuing down. Now, if it gets back into the 45.5 range, gets support back inside this channel, then we can possibly be looking to go retest the top of the channel again. But as of right now, this is what we're looking for. We're almost at that 42.5 now. I did call that yesterday on Twitter. But remember, guys, no matter what I say and do, I always let you guys know that I do not tell anyone when to buy, when to sell, when to short, when to long. I show you what my view of the markets are, and hopefully you learn to view the markets yourself. But here's that 42.5. Let's see if we get a bounce in this area and come back up and test this. If not, we may see a quick wick right down to these levels. I would watch for 40K if we do fall down that far. We probably will get a bounce somewhere in there. So anyways, a lot of this, as you guys know, let's get over to this chart here. I've been watching. I do believe this is possibly going to play out just like the dot-com bubble. I know a lot of people think that's impossible, but if it was to do the same thing that the dot-com bubble did, you can see it in Amazon here. It's almost the exact same pattern. Around 2023, we would be seeing a less than $5,000 Bitcoin. Now, again, nothing's guaranteed. Nobody knows exactly what the market's going to do. I'm showing you what I'm seeing in the charts as a possibility. You can see the similarities in both these in the RSI. This is massive, massive bearish divergence here, just like we had over here. It played out almost identical. Now, remember, this orange trend line, I would expect us to bounce here at about 40,500 area on the weekly. If it drops below this orange line, that's pretty much the line of death. But I do expect a bounce there, come back up and test these ranges, maybe even get back up to them high $50,000 range, just like it did back over here before continuing down. So that's going to be the areas you're going to want to watch, guys. So anyways, the reason I put Michael Saylor on there is because back when this happened, he was the absolute biggest loser of the dot-com bubble. I'll show you right here, the $1 Billion Losers Club. Michael MicroStrategy's Michael Saylor, who saw a staggering $13.5 billion vanish. So a lot of things line up in the dot-com bubble. Even Michael Saylor is still doing the same shit he did back then. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna look up MicroStrategy stock so you guys can see that, those who haven't. Strategy. Let's take a look at their stock. We're going to go into the 3-day. Let's do that. And this is interesting. This was his stock back in the dot-com bubble. And you can see what happened where he lost all that money. Looks like he's probably going to be doing the same thing here if this market does crash, like I do believe. And if you look at his stock here, it's definitely bearish. It's looking like it's going to drop and drop hard. So if you're in MicroStrategy, you might want to be careful there. Anyways, so if you still believe we're going to see 100,000 hit one, if you think that 20,000 is more likely, hit 2. Let me see what you guys are thinking in the chat. It's funny, a lot of you guys switch your opinions quickly. Like if we get a bounce here, your opinion will probably change. That happens a lot. But anyways, we've been watching for this for quite some time. If you guys know my channel, you'll know that, let me go back over here, that we've been looking for this for a long time. And this measured move of this rising broadening wedge gets us down to about the lower to mid $20,000 range. That doesn't mean it happens overnight, guys. This can take months and months and months, get some bouncing around, come back up and test these 50,000 areas before continuing down. But anything below this bottom of this wedge here is still bearish in the long term. Now, if we are able to bounce back up here, get above it, then possibly, then we could be going to new all-time highs and the market's still bullish. But as long as we're below this, it is still bearish in my opinion. You can see the hidden bearish divergence here that seems to be playing out now also. Let's look at our 4-hour chart. We're getting a bounce almost exactly at that target. Now, will we come back up and test this range is the question. We'll keep an eye on that. I bought some alts yesterday. Ouch. So anyways, let's take a look at Ethereum. Well, let's take a look at the Dow first. The Dow, I was talking about the 37,000 to be the top. If it made it that far, it did not quite make it. So we could still see it go there in the next couple days. It got pretty close. You might get a relief rally up. Now, I look for the Dow to come back down to at least this 34 point range, 34,000. If it does break this, we could be going back down into the 30 range. Now, in the bullish case, if somehow by some miracle they break that 37, we could be looking for 40,000 points on the Dow. But as of right now, it is not looking that way. I did point out this hidden bearish bearish divergence here, higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. Does seem to be playing out beautifully. Take a look at the DXY. The DXY is climbing back above that support line there. I still have the targets of 97.7 and 98.4. Gold still looking pretty bearish. Got rejected again, like we talked about in yesterday's video at that 1832. Got rejected, coming back down. We're below the 0.5 right now at 1815. Our next level of support is going to be that 1800. If that breaks, look for 1782. And after that, then it's probably headed down to these levels. Silver, you guys know my targets on silver, still the same, haven't changed. Same thing, we got rejected on silver. We are below the 0.382, heading towards the 0.236 is around 22.3. I've been looking for this $20 range for quite a while. Still looking for that. If that breaks, 15. And Ethereum is getting a bounce where we were expecting. It went a little bit lower than that 35, but as you can see, it's riding right on that 200 EMA. If you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT, by far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you. It's not a scam exchange with all the scam wicks. Your orders will always go through, not like a lot of the other ones. In the middle of a move, your orders won't go through. Definitely check them out. You can also trade other crypto on here: Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, all on one exchange. You can have multiple trades in, so it don't clump them all together. Guys, definitely check it out if you haven't. I have a link down below for Prime XBT and a video tutorial here. There's a few tutorials you might want to check out. It's on my YouTube page. Definitely check it out. But the Prime XBT one, it also tells you where to put your promo code. Savvy25 is the one that's working. I think we got it next week. I'll be giving new promo codes out for that with better stuff. But for now, you can sign up, get the 25% discount. It tells you how in the video. Also tells you how to adjust your margin. A lot of people get confused with it. It's actually pretty simple. So far, we are getting that bounce there. If it holds, we could be going back up to test that 45.5 range in the next few days before coming back down. So that could take some time. Again, now if this 42.5 breaks, our next target here is between the 37 and 39,000. Hey Craig, have you looked at the past cycles when BTC broke the 50 WMA? It always went down to the 200 WMA, which is currently 18K. Yeah, but with all the people believing that 20K will hold, if it went to 18K, I think there would be a massive sell-off. And like I've been saying, we will get something like this if that happens. So be aware of that, guys. Fed surprised the market with the minutes released today, which solidifies what is in the charts for the drop to 10 to 15K. Woohoo, finally. Right on, man. Also, guys, another link I have down below is VPN. If you guys aren't using one, you definitely should use a VPN on the internet. And there's a huge discount if you use my link for the Pure VPN down below. Also, my wife's webpage is down there, inkyyourimage.com. A lot of cool stuff on there. If you guys have issues with reading divergence on the RSI, there is a divergent sheet mouse pad in there. Definitely check it out. But her link is also down below. I'm new to crypto. What should I buy? You should do some research. As you guys know, I think this could be just one big cycle and we are going into a longer bear market. Like I said, my estimate, if it plays out like the crypto.com or the .com bubble, would be the mid to end of 2023 would be the absolute bottom of the market. But if you guys are familiar with what happened, and I'm going to go over to that now, in the .com bubble, let's zoom out. It did end up doing a lot better, but from this peak to when it broke that high was 10 long years before it got back up to this range. But once it bottomed, you can see it bottomed here, came back up, and never looked back. Now, that's the very bullish case for Bitcoin. If that was to happen, and it plays out like this, then that's going to be major bullish. But like I said, it was 10 years till it broke the all-time high again. And if you can see on the weekly here, let me zoom in so you guys can see it. We are below. Actually, let me open up a different chart. Let's see, what do we got here? I think I got, oh, here's the weekly chart right here. These are the levels we've been watching for. Remember, if we open and close, so let's say we close down here this week, right? We open the next weekly candle and close it below this red box, below this 55 EMA here. That is extremely bearish. So we'll see what happens here. Jeff said cigar savvy. Well, that is the dealer calling about my car. I will have to call him back. So anyways, guys, same thing. You can watch yesterday's video. I just pretty much explained what I'm watching for. We got a bounce where we expected. Now, will this bounce continue? That's the question. We'll keep a close eye on this. I will be trying to keep up with for you guys on Twitter and in the Discord. That is also down below. There's a free Discord link. Definitely check it out. A lot of good people in there. It's a pretty good time. So anyways, thanks again for watching. You guys rock. Do not forget to smash those likes. It really helps the channel out. And leave a comment after the video if you would. That also helps. Let's get the YouTube algorithm pushing these videos out. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. And I am going to get out of here and go lay back down at home. Take it easy, guys.